Hey there, niece and nephews. I'm back. Sorry I'm a bit late, but I'm here now. And I'm here. Wait, before we go into rant mode, I need to check. Okay, hold on. This one is there. How about if I do something like this? Yeah, you guys are seeing my game, right? And if I do this, okay. And if I do this, okay, that's fine. 21 seconds. Okay, we're gonna suffer for a bit. We'll go Sunny Farm after this anyway. Oh no. Oh no! We must get... Oh my god. Oh, we got it! Yes! Oh, we got it. We got it. Right. I mean, I knew we were gonna get it, obviously. If you guys don't get it, I'm trying... I wanted to kill the special bosses, okay? And I was lucky because my setup allowed me to, although I didn't really put in additional effort to make it happen, so it's not like I did anything special. Anyway, that aside, we want to do 25 triple ballistas. What? If I just... oh my god, I'm using the wrong build for this. You know what? Let's just do this before bait. I should be fine. Because yeah, let's finish off the quest first. Prestige power. Oh, I just realized I haven't upgraded prestige in a while. Gems are fine. Prestige. What can I do? Ooh. Let's leave it be for a bit. Okay. Back to renty mode. Hey guys. Yeah. Oh, it's been a long day for me today actually. I don't know if this is the best layout for... Is this the best layout? Maybe I should put the words a bit to the top stream. Anyway. I've been trying to watch My Hero Academia and it's been taking a while to get there. I think I'm in season like 4 or 5. Yeah. It's kind of where I fell off because season 4 and 5 is a lot of build up in terms of Shigaraki's background, you know, the League of Villains, the Liberation Army stuff. So I'm like, it's boring, dude. I don't really care about them. Just like do a 1 episode thing, but it's like 4 or 5 episodes of his background. I don't really care about him. I just want to know what happens to Midoriya. I tend to be superficial that way in that I care what happens to the main character, not so much the sides. Who cares, right? That's where I come from. Okay. Today we're probably going to start off a little bit different from usual. We're probably going to start watching some videos first. I realize just watching videos with you guys is so much more chill than going into like a full game sometimes, because that's tiring. Wait, hold on. Turn the sound down. So I wanted to watch like a few stuff which I just realized my streaming account is so different from my non-streaming account that I don't quite have the same... Am I subscribed to him though? Okay, I'm subscribed. That's one. So if not, then the other one is Instagram, for example. There are stuff that I want to see. For example, whoa, there's a Palmon survive. Oh, no, it's an ad. It's an ad. I'm not showing you guys what I'm seeing for now, just in case. I'm not really good at this stuff yet, so I can't just reveal everything to you guys and accidentally show you guys something that I shouldn't be, if that makes sense. Okay, there's this one guy I'm trying to find. Oh my god, why is it so hard to find him? Should I find him on my phone? This. Now the problem is, why can't I find him properly? Ah, there it is. Nah, this one guy that I want to follow from here. Wait, it's the right guy. Why does he look so different in his profile picture? Is my sound up? Huh, what's wrong with my sound? There.
Security and economic growth.
Okay, but no, so one of the reasons I'm following him is I think he's funny, and I would watch his video with his posts and stuff with you guys, so that's fine. But today there is one particular post I want to watch with you guys that I thought was pretty cool. I actually shared this with my team today. So I'm just thinking like, hey, why not share it with you guys? Why not be the weird streamer that watches like knowledge-based videos kind of things with his audience, you know what I mean? So that's where I'm coming from. Okay, reaction, me. Who am I reacting to? No one, but I'm putting on the bottom right just in case anyone reacts to me. I'm weird like that. I just need the screen to go this today. Let's go. Want to win an argument without raising your voice? Sell yourself. So if you guys don't know, basically I am generally in customer management or like merchant management, if you guys know. So, or customer management, right? So I do a lot of customer facing stuff, sales kind of related things. So one of the most important things I learned about was the ability to convince people, not necessarily convince people of your idea, but convince people to buy your idea, not necessarily the service or product, but they got to buy into your idea. Meaning, even at work, let's say you go up to your boss and you want them to give you a raise, how you phrase it and how you explain it to them is going to be quite important. You can't just go up there and go, boss, give me a raise, or you can't go there and damn, you give me a raise kind of thing, right? So they got to be sold on you and think like, yes, I'm going to help this guy get a raise, because it's not purely in your boss, how to say, I won't say it's not in his interest, but he doesn't always have that freedom to just give you a raise or give you a promotion that you want. He has to work to convince the people around him, to convince the higher ups to give you that raise or promotion. But how do you turn him into an advocate that wants to do that for you? So he needs to buy your idea, and you can't just tell him an idea in that moment. It's not good enough. He needs to agree with it. He or she needs to agree with it long term, because it's going to be a continuous process, right? So that's what people don't get about convincing. You don't get to just convince someone in that moment and they would just go like, oh yeah, okay, you're right, I should give you a raise, and then they give you a raise and then you're done. No, it's something they have to every week they got to still think, yes, I still want to give you that raise, right? A bit of that mindset. So but how do you persuade them? What are the points you're going to use? How do you frame it in a way that they will get to that point? So I think this guy makes some really good points. Obviously there could be more tips and everything, but he does concise it quite a bit. He is Daniel Ping. Now I just realized, as I react to stuff, how do I share this with you guys? Okay, I know what Asmund does. Asmund always at least does this. Okay, I've copied the link. I will share it with you guys later at the end of the video. But yeah, I think that's what the minimum I should do, right? Anytime I react to someone, I should at least share their link to whoever is watching. And if I get my editor to cut it out, I think one thing is to make sure to link it to in my video, like, hey, go watch this guy. And yeah, I should subscribe to him. I watched a few of his videos. Daniel Pink is pretty cool. He breaks down some pretty good topics, bite size, always with research back and like stories of research or case studies or even just examples of how to execute his points. Yeah, okay, let's just decide. Okay, I've been ranting all myself. Obviously, I realize I'm really good at ranting for long periods of time.
Feeling slimy or smarmy, change someone's mind, or better yet, their behavior? Science can help. I spent 25 years studying persuasion, motivation, and behavior from my time working in the White House to writing 7 books on human psychology and business. I've seen it my entire life, and here's what I've learned. Persuasion isn't magic, it's method. Anyone can learn it.
That's one thing very important with a lot of skills. Even as I was doing sales, a lot of people will go like, "You're so good at talking," or "He's such a good presenter. He's a natural." Say it's not true. All these are skills you can pick up and learn, and you will need to practice. Even for myself today, it's something that I need to constantly practice and put into my work and do it somewhat consciously. There are portions that become a bit more subconscious because I've like been doing it for a while. Then there's portions that I need to consciously keep practicing even now.
And in this video, I'll show you 7 science-backed lessons that will make you dangerously persuasive. Lesson 1, don't be a strong extrovert. That's right, the loudest people aren't the most persuasive people. We tend to picture persuasive types the same way: backslapping, grinning, chatting all the time, the full blast extrovert. But science says otherwise. A Wharton study measured the introversion and extroversion levels of a group of software salespeople, then tracked how much they actually sold. The shocker?
This is actually something I sort of already know. Long time ago, I didn't read the study, but it was something along the lines that there was a study that was kind of shared where most people think that an extroverted person is better at sales. This was a context of sales, and they realized that someone that could be a bit more introverted would be better at it because and this is a overgeneralization, but basically the extrovert likes to listen to their own voice, so they talk a lot. They keep telling people about their points, and they're always talking and talking and talking. And yes, people easier to like make surface level friends, and people listen to them, and people go like, "Oh yeah, you're so sociable." But it's the introverts when it comes to sales that listens to what the customer wants or the stakeholder wants, and takes the time to understand what is bothering them, what the key points are. Maybe sometimes even so they understand a bit deeper, and they are the ones that can solve their problems through the product or service that they're providing. So they end up being slightly better overall in terms of sales. So that this is just a whole other way to say the same thing
The strong
with a bit more
extroverts
balance.
were terrible. They sold less than almost anyone. But strong introverts weren't great either. The real stars? The ambiverts. People who were somewhat introverted.
I really hate this term ambivert to a certain extent because then everyone starts going like, "Oh, I'm an ambivert." Sometimes extrovert. I'm like, I guess it helps to have that term, but I guess the more important thing is in the end, none of us are pure black or pure white. We are a spectrum somewhere in between, if that makes sense. And I'm not going to. There's nothing to do with just race, but no one is. We can't look at people and think of just ones and zeros. We are everything in between that 1.1 and zeros, from 0.1 to 0.11 to 0.9, 0.99. It's like everything in between. That's where we are. We are neither like pure this or that, right? Red. As far as I know, I think no one is.
And somewhat extrovert. Ambivert. That term's been around since the 1920s. Introversion and extroversion aren't binary, they exist on a
Exactly.
spectrum. And ambiverts live in the middle. Strong introverts hold back too much. Strong extroverts assert too much.
Mm-hmm.
But the people in the middle, the ambiverts, hit
It's a
the sweet spot.
balance.
They know when to talk confidently, but they also know when to listen attentively. They know when to push, but they also know when to step back. They are ambidextrous. And here's the best part: most of us are ambiverts. You probably are too. So
Like I
forget the
said,
myth that you have to
almost
be
most people
naturally
are on
outspoken
somewhere in the
or
middle
overly
average
personality to
spectrum.
persuade. The power isn't in being loud, it's knowing when to speak and when to shut up. Lesson 2, explain why. Here's one of the craziest and most famous studies in the annals of persuasion science. Harvard University, 1977, a line of people waiting for the copy machine. Researchers send an assistant to cut the line, but they use 3 different approaches. The first one: "Excuse me, I have 5 pages."
3 different ones. Excuse me, I have 5 pages. May I use the Xerox machine? Excuse me, I have 5 pages. May I use the Xerox machine because I have to make copies? And excuse me, specific information, view of information. Excuse me, I have 5 pages. May I use the Xerox machine because I'm in a rush?
May I use the Xerox machine? About 60% said yes. That's not bad, actually. In the second version, they added a real reason. May I use the Xerox machine?
Oh no,
because
he's
I'm in
using
a
the
rush.
G one.
Now 94% said yes.
Okay.
In the third version, the assistant said, may I use the Xerox machine?
Specific information. So this is just like a, it's supposed to be a non-factor.
Because I have to make copies. Now, that made no sense. Everyone was there to make copies. But guess what? 93% still said yes.
Wait, n is 25. What's n? Proportion of subjects who agreed to let the experimenter use the copying machine. Favor small. Oh no, wait, dude. No, it depends. So he isn't giving us a full picture. See, where n is 5 pages, if you're just requesting, 60% say yes. But if you are, for both the info, meaning you have an actual reason, or if you have a placebo reason, so the real information and the placebo information, they both have about 93 and 94%. But n is, wait, what was n though? They tried it on 15 people only. That's a very small amount though, dude. Oh my god. Shit. I accidentally start using my brain, and so I don't agree with his points as much anymore. I think this is not a very strong, I don't think this is a very strong point though. Okay, so to break it down, there are two things here. First of all, they use 5 and 20 pages. So small favor, big favor. I assume that's what this means. Second of all, n, if I'm not mistaken, n is the sample size. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not going to do research in my stream and chill time on on statistics and stuff. But my assumption is the sample size they use here is 15, 15, 16. I don't know why it's so different. And here, I'm guessing they asked 15 people this question, 15 people, they happen to ask 16 here, 25, 25, and 24 for these particular sets of questions, and these were the results. Oh my god, you guys are gonna make me do math, man. Sorry, that's my fault. So if just to see whether my is correct, 15 times 0.93 is 13, 14? Is that how it works? 15 divided 15. Ah, okay, correct. 14 divided 15. Okay, see, that's where we have a problem now. No. That's not how it works, dude. There's so many things wrong with this study, bro. I'm just doing the quick math here so I can explain it to you guys. 15 times 0.6, only 9 people. Yep, 25 times 0.24, 6 people, 25 times 0.24, 6 people, and 24 times 0.42, 10 people, 10 divided by 0. Okay, let's break it down. I believe, I feel he's not phrasing this properly, and despite a point that he's going to be making about how basically what he's saying that if you give people a reason about why they should do something, it makes you more persuasive. Okay, I think, just off the top of my head, without any scientific data, that there is some truth to it, some, as this study does demonstrate. Having said that, it's not as powerful as he makes it sound. Why? Let's take a look at this experiment. Now, there are a few things here. I don't know if you guys can follow me. I'll try to break it down in very simple layman questions. In this experiment, they ask 3 types of question. Basically, excuse me, I have 5 pages. Can I use the Xerox machine? That's one. that is just asking for the request. The second one, which is this second one, is sort of like a placebo version, right? They're just testing out, if I just give you a reason, would you let me have my way? So that's why it goes, excuse me, I have 5 pages. May I use the Xerox machine? Because I have to make copies. Not really a reason. Everyone there needs to make a copy, but would it work? Maybe, maybe not. The final one is where you actually give a reason, and this is where I feel people are most likely to help you out or sort of follow you, which you will see in the results on the right later. And here they said, excuse me, I have 5 pages. May I use the Xerox machine because I'm in a rush? So you give them an actual reason. Now, what does the 20 behind me is that they did this same set of questions 2 times, right? The second time, they said, I have 20 pages. May I use the Xerox machine? So 20 is a lot more pages. It's going to take a lot longer time. What you're asking for costs a lot more. People may not want to agree to it, right? As you again, you'll see on the right. Same thing with the other 2 questions. They asked for 20 pages instead. Now, let's talk about when they ask for 5 pages. One thing to take note is the number of people they ask this question. That's where the N comes in. The first, second, third question, they asked 15, but they asked 16 people here, just so you know. What it means is that when asking for a simple, like, may I just use the Xerox machine, I have 5 pages, they asked 15 people, and about, okay, again, I have to pull out my goddamn calculator. So 15 times 0.6, 9 people say yes. Keep that in mind. That's important. Kind of okay. This one's not important. The next one's okay. But when they ask 15 people, the whole, hey, can I make I have 5 pages. Can I use the copy machine because I have to make copies? So 15 people times 0.93, 14 people said yes. Okay, 14 people said yes. Now, when they ask the real information, they say, excuse me, I have 5 pages. May I use the Xerox machine because I'm in a rush? So you give a reason. Out of 16 people they asked, if you times 94%, 15 people said yes. You see? So it's not just a percentage. If they had asked 15 people, maybe 100% people would say yes. Now, why I'm pointing out that huge difference is because the sample size is too small. You can't tell for sure. Up to 15 people, you just ask this question and you make, there is some correlation. Obviously, between question 1 and question 2, 3, you can see the difference are huge. But I think if you ask a bit more, the difference between placebo and sufficient info will be more apparent, I feel, because it's too little to actually tell the difference. So you cannot attribute these two being very similar, right? You can, I think instinctively we know that just this, less people, just saying that you need it, less people will say yes. But between these two, you can't say that just giving a reason will definitely is as effective as giving a proper reason. That's what I'm trying to say. So using technique number 2 is not necessarily as efficient as technique number 3 now. So this is where I think you can obviously see this to be true, because when you increase the favor, you can see this breakdown. You see, they did the same thing, but now it's 20 pages. 20 pages, obviously, asking the first question, only 24% of people said yes. So just for your reference, 24 times 25 people they asked is 6 people. And you notice when you don't give them a proper reason, the same amount of people say yes, 6 people too. So it doesn't work when the favor is big enough. Sometimes when the favor is small, people just kind of like, whatever, right? Whatever. So why I'm bringing this up, because in a work environment, in a environment where there are actual stakes, in this case 20 pages, just giving people a reason doesn't work. You have to give them a proper reason. So it is still more effective, as you can see here, 42, but not necessarily as effective as just giving a reason. Now, the other thing I have commented is they asked 24 people here. I don't understand why they do this, because 24 times 0.42 is roughly, so 10 people said yes to 24. Now, what if 10 people said yes out of 25 people asked? That's only 40%, so it would drop that number. So I don't understand why they reduce it. Why can't they just ask one more person? It doesn't make sense to me. Why ask this person? So I don't know. Maybe they messed up somewhere, so who knows, right? But what I'm saying is, so what I'm trying is, I think from this video, and even I never thought I would scrutinize someone that in detail, but as you can see, sometimes when we watch stuff and even if they throw up research, you really got to take time to look in the research properly to fully understand the one. So if you ask me, yes, based on this very limited info, yes, giving people proper reasons, this proper real information, proper reasons should make you a bit more persuasive. But just because you give them a reason, like because which you guys will see later in the video, I have watched this video before, so doesn't mean that they would respond to you, right? Most times, if people make a mental calculation and like sort of think about the stakes, they will just treat it as like bullshit. Okay. Now, there is one more thing I suddenly thought about, that the thing is, when you don't do your research and all this properly, then a lot of questions start coming to me. Now, who did they use to ask this question? Because I can totally see using a more attractive person working better than not an attractive person. For example, we all know if it was a hot chick asking a bunch of guys, may I use the Xerox machine because I have to make copies, this would probably happen, right? But if it wasn't a hot chick, use your own imagination what kind of person was asking this. So if I was asking, I walked up to a bunch of guys and said, excuse me, I have 5 pages, may I use the Xerox machine because I have to make copies? Most guys will look at me and say, no, dumb, like, you dumb, idiot, like F off kind of thing. But it was some hot chick, they'd be like, yeah, sure, I don't mind. See, so it's very like, did they use the same person for sure? Again, I assume they did. It's just that when the sample size is this and all that, it kind of makes me doubt a little, right?
Because
Sure.
our brains are wired for reasons. The moment someone explains why, resistance can drop. And this goes way beyond office equipment. One Harvard study found cafeteria cooks made better food when they could see the people.
In our fully specified models, the introduction of this transparency contributed to a 22% increase in customer reported quality and reduced throughput times by 19%. Oops. Someone talking bad about me because I'm reacting to this video. Lab studies revealed that customers who experience process transparency perceive greater employee effort, and as a consequence was more appreciative of the employees and valued the service more. Employees who experienced customer transparency felt that their work was more appreciated and more impactful, and thus was more satisfied with their work and more willing to exert effort. We find that transparency by visually revealing operating process to consumer and benefits to producers generates a positive feedback loop through which value is created for both parties. Let's see. Investigate whether organizations can create value by introducing visual transparency between consumers and producers. Although operational transparency has been shown to improve consumer perception of service value, existing theory posits that increased contact between consumer and producers may diminish work performance. Maybe. 2 field and 2 lab experiments in food service settings suggest transparency that 1 allows customer to observe operational process. This is called process transparency, and 2 allows employees to observe customer transparency. Not only improves customer perceptions but also increase service quality and efficiency.
They were serving on a live iPad feed. Seeing why they were cooking made their food taste better. So, when you're asking for something or leading a team or pitching an idea, don't
To what
just tell
extent,
people
though?
what. Show them why. And when in doubt,
That's
use
true.
the most persuasive word of all. Because. Why? Because it works. Lesson 3. Enlist social proof.
This one I do agree with.
We look around for hints from the people nearby. Psychologists call it social proof. And as the great Robert Cialdini teaches, it's a powerful lever in persuasion. Here's one of my favorite studies. A hotel in Phoenix tested signs asking guests to reuse their towels. Signs that said, help save the environment or protect resources for future generations. Those messages worked on about 30% of people. Then the researchers tried a new sign. Almost 75% of guests who stay here reuse their towels.
So the standard sign is save water, save resource, right? Then this one says, join your fellow guests in helping to save the environment. Almost 75% of guests who are asked to participate in our new resource saving program do help by using their towels more than once.
Boom. Towel reuse jumped to roughly 44%. And when they made it even more specific,
75% of the guests who stayed in this room participated in our new resource saving program by using their towels more than once. You can join your fellow guests in this program to help save the environment by using the towels. Note that excess will be replaced with, for example, blah, blah, blah. Now, towel use rate as a function of sign in room. Experiment 2, citizen identity, gender identity. Oh, if they what they're saying is that if they use a citizen or gender or standard or guest identity as the way to describe, and in this case the one that says same room identity descriptive norm is the most effective.
5% of guests who stayed in this room reused their towels. The number rose again.
Now, I want to point something out to you guys. Notice that the message says 75% of guests who stay in this room participate. 75%. And if you look to the left, the participation rate is 50%. In conclusion, if you want to be persuasive, you should lie to your stakeholders. If you lie to them, they will believe you. Right? That's what I think. Who knows? But I think most persuaders lie to you to a certain extent. So what can I say? They don't tell you the full truth, right? There are a percentage of guests who stay in this room that participate in this, but it's not 75%.
Why? Because we take cues from the behavior.
But I still think this is true. This is true. We like to behave similarly to other people.
So, next time you want to persuade, focus less on what people should do and more on what people actually do. When you're on your way to persuade, always pack some social proof.
This is true.
Lesson 4.
This is why when we do sales, we always think we will bring success case studies, or at least we would share similar cases or profiles of similar customers as a way to convince, because customers are generally more comfortable when they know someone similar, someone the same situation, someone of the same business model, etc., in the same boat as them, has agreed to do this as well. And then more importantly, some of them will go like and have found some success. And what would that success look like? So then they can envision what their own success would look like when using this product or service. So that's why one of the hardest thing to do is when you're starting to sell a product or services. That one is trickier.
Good news, bad news dilemma. You've said this before. I've got some good news and some bad news. But which should come first? Most people lead with the good. It feels kind, softer, with the cushion. Others try the sandwich. Good, bad, good. But research says that might be a mistake. A fascinating study at
Do you want the good news or the bad news first? The nature and consequences of news order preference. Let's look at the abstract. Information often comes as a mix of good and bad news, prompting the question, do you want good news or bad news? In such cases, news givers and news recipients differ in their concerns and consideration, thus creating an obstacle to idea communication. Sorry, I'm just looking at... yeah, sorry. I'm celebrating my brother's birthday, my baby brother's birthday this weekend, so that's important. Anyway, in 3 studies, we examine order preferences of news givers and news recipients and the consequences of these preferences. Study 1 confirmed that news givers and news recipients differ in their news order preference. Study 2 tested 2 solutions to close the preference gap between news givers and recipients and found that both perspective taking and priming emotion protection goals shift news givers' delivery patterns to the preferred order of news recipients. Okay, study 3 provided evidence that news order has consequences for recipients such that opening with bad news, as recipients prefer, reduces worry, but this emotional benefit undermines motivation to change behavior. Okay.
UC
Interesting.
Riverside found that when given a choice, well over half of people choose to give the good news first. But when asked how they wanted to receive the information, 4 out of 5 people said, "Give me the bad news up front." That's
Sorry, go back.
when asked how they wanted to receive the information, 4 out of 5 people said, "Give me the bad news up."
I see. So news givers are sort of 50, well, in this case, 54% to 46%. Like, we can't decide whether we want to give or give good news or bad news first. But most people like to hear the bad news first. Let me try. I'm going to try this at work tomorrow. I just want to check the sample size. N equal to 1 to 1. The rest I don't know read. Too bad. I'm not that smart. In fact, I am pretty dumb. Just so you guys know. If anybody is listening to me and anyone just takes my word at face value, that's on you, not me. Sorry. So, sorry, not sorry. Oh, excluded 15 just because it was the first thing that popped into my head. Oh, I don't know. News recipients explanations confirm that most recipients prefer to end with good news to reduce negative emotions. 53%. Okay, if I start reading this, I'll never finish this video.
People who heard the bad news first felt better, but they were less motivated to improve.
Behavior response, that's fewer than half. The bad news first. Choose to watch the video. They try over 28, over like about 100. No choice, science is tough. Too many.
So how do you
You
get
can't
this
do it
right?
with too many
Well,
people.
if you're a boss, parent, or anyone delivering tough feedback, lead with the bad, then pivot to the good, and this is key, then move to the action. Like this, your performance on this project missed the mark. The good news is you usually nail this, and here's how to fix it next time. Start with the truth, end with hope. That's how you move people forward. Lesson 5, rhyme. Rhymes don't just sound good, they feel true. Psychologists call it the rhyme as reason effect. When something sounds right, we assume it is right. Researchers at
I think this is basically a marketing thing, you know? Rhyme as the reason. It's why, if you notice in comics, the most memorable characters have, like, I don't know what they call it, but like Peter Parker, where it's double P. Who else? Octavius kind of thing. Yeah, those are the examples I can remember. So when it sounds fun, people tend to remember it better. And if they remember it better, they treat it as real.
as reason effect. When something sounds right, we assume it is right.
Yeah.
Researchers at Lafayette
The kid's heuristic. Rhyme as reason in aphorism interpretation. Don't understand.
College showed this in a clever experiment. They gave people pairs of proverbs, one that rhymed and one that didn't, and asked which was more accurate. What sobriety conceals, alcohol reveals, versus what sobriety conceals, alcohol unmasks. Woes unite foes versus woes unite enemies. Same meaning, different sound. And guess what? People overwhelmingly rated the rhyming version as more believable.
Mean comprehensibility and accuracy rating by aphorisms version. Furthermore, this advantage cannot be attributed to explicitly for the part that rhyming are more accurate than non-rhyming ones. When asked if they have such a all 60% participants responded no, and anecdotally many gave us quizzical looks. The gay signs, whatever, attributed to the original. I don't understand. Comprehensibility is high, low, so they understand it better. Accuracy feels higher.
That's because rhymes are equal over unite enemies. Same meaning, different sound. And guess what? People overwhelmingly rated the rhyming version as more believable. And guess what? People overwhelmingly rated the rhyming version as more believable.
People overwhelmingly rated the original version as more believable. I don't think that's very fair to say from these results. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't feel that 7.06 versus 7.11 or 6.83 is overwhelmingly more. And in terms of accuracy, it's only like a point higher. 6 versus 5 is only a few. Okay, how many percent is? I'm not gonna count. 10, 15% maybe higher. I don't see it's overwhelming. You know why? The original form is probably also more well known in that because it's the original form, someone who have seen it before. No, I don't know, maybe they address this in the study itself, but the modified form 1 and 2 would be alien to people because most people will not phrase it that way because that is the original form. You know what I mean? Like there is that woes before foes version. There's, okay, for example, if woes unite foes exists, the term, most likely people are not going to use misfortunes unite foes or woes unite enemies kind of thing. You know? Those who are poor by condition are rich in ambition. Those who are poor by circumstance are rich in ambition. Those who are poor by condition are rich in desire. What I'm saying is, most people won't use the M1 or M2 version. They'll use the original. And by just virtue of that, it's more likely people will have heard or read the first version before, and by that same nature, they will more quickly understand or identify that as the accurate version. Now, to be fair, I don't consciously remember whether I've seen these phrases before, and obviously the rhyming version feels smoother, easier to understand for me. So that could be the main thing. It's just I don't feel that this result, again, I'm just feeling. Who am I to judge or even critique this research, right? I don't know shit. But it's just my take, dude. 100%. Definitely. This I do agree wholeheartedly. So look, don't get me wrong. I may be questioning and trying to understand the study a bit more, but I do agree with this statement in general. This I don't understand. What's this?
Increased processing fluency. Repetition increases processing fluency. Repetition increases processing fluency. Repetition increases processing fluency.
Yeah, I like that he did this part.
Especially well. That's one reason why kids begin to master language using nursery rhymes.
That's true.
When you're trying to persuade in a speech, a slogan, a pitch, rhyme is your silent ally. Just think about it. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. No pain, no gain. Fake it till you make it. So, make time to rhyme. It's sublime. I do it all the time. Lesson 6. Use questions strategically. Most people try to persuade with statements, but sometimes the smarter move is to ask a question. When the facts are on your side, questions outperform declarations because questions make people generate their own reasons to agree with you. Ronald Reagan used this brilliantly in 1980. He was running against incumbent President Jimmy Carter during a time of high inflation and high unemployment. During the televised debate, he didn't tell voters, your economic situation has deteriorated the last 4 years. He asked them, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? That question helped reframe an election. In one sentence, he sparked millions of Americans to think through the evidence themselves. And when people do that, they often reach your conclusions on their own, and the reasons stick. The same principle drives a counseling technique called motivational interviewing. Instead of telling someone to become less of a couch potato, you ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you to start exercising? And when they say, I'm a 2, you don't argue. You ask, well, what's down to 1? Now they're arguing for change, not arguing against change. You can even use this on yourself. Don't tell yourself you can do it. Ask yourself, can you do it? And how say, are you at question?
I think there are parts where I agree and not agree with people. I feel the reason you ask people questions for like this is that you let someone else
economic situation has deteriorated the last 4 years. He asked them, are you better off now than you?
Correct. So why this technique works when it comes to persuasion is what a lot of people don't understand in sales, and that is that no one wants you to sell them the thing, because there's an element of, if you sell it to them or you push it onto them, it's like, I lost, I got convinced by you. You see, a lot of people kind of have the ego, right? They don't want you to win, so to speak. And as a salesperson, sometimes you want to win, so you want to, like, I told you you should get this, so you should get it, kind of thing. That's not the best way to usually do it. Most people would much rather convince themselves. So the best salespeople knows how to ask questions in a way that lead the customer to the conclusion you want them to. So rather than telling them, again using this example, that hey, the economy is bad now, things are blah 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 down, he just, again, this is a very simple question. When you ask them, do you feel better now than you did 4 years ago, they will think themselves, and they clearly know the answer is no. So they would sell you the idea straight, right? My Sifu used to describe this as, you want them to dig the hole themselves and then jump in. Don't dig the hole for them. Don't push them in, because no one likes that. But let them dig the hole themselves. Ask them questions where they'll dig the hole and then they'll jump in themselves. If that makes sense to you guys.
Were 4 years ago? That question helped reframe an election. In one sentence, he sparked millions of Americans to think through the evidence themselves. And when people do that, they often reach your conclusions on their own, and the reasons stick. The same principle drives a counseling technique called motivational interviewing. Instead of telling someone to become less of a couch potato, you ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you?
This one really depends, dude.
When they say,
someone doesn't want to
"You don't
exercise
argue," you ask, well, why are you not a 1? Now they're arguing for change, not arguing
because
against
I don't
you.
know.
can even
I
use
don't get
yourself.
this one. Not
Don't
something I
tell
can
yourself
relate to.
You can do it. Ask yourself, can you do it, and how? It flips your brain from pep talk to problem solving. So, next time you want to move someone,
This
yourself,
is a bit
"If
helpful
it's
though.
fair, ask, can you do that?" Lesson 7, make it easy
I
to
guess.
Most people think persuasion means
Now this
changing
is also
people's
true.
minds, but often it's smarter
The
to
path of
be
least
their
resistance, right?
situations. Here's what I mean. In their landmark book, The Person and the Situation, Lee Ross and Richard Nisbett describe how researchers tried to increase donations on a campus food drive. They sent one
Some of
group
these a bit
people
weird.
a heartfelt letter. They sent another group the same letter, but added the exact day, time, and
You know, the subjects were addressed in the letter by name, asked to contribute particular food. They were given a map showing the location of the food collection box, and perhaps most importantly, they received a follow-up phone call with a brief personalized reminder. If the subjects were given the same opportunity in essence of such a letter was addressed, this the no specific. There was no follow-up phone call. The demon lay beliefs about the predictive power of the situation versus the person. Denominators were asked specifically to estimate the likelihood of a donation by each subject in each of the two relevant conditions. That is, the condition in which the channel cues were particularly facilitatory, and the conditions in which these channel facilitators were eliminated.
location, and they added a reminder call. That tiny tweak, a clear off-ramp for action, massively boosted donations. Even among people who had never donated food before. No mind changing, just easier doing. In another famous study, researchers compared countries with nearly identical cultures but different organ donation defaults. In countries where the default was opt-in, you had to check a box to become a donor, participation hovered around 15%. Where the default was opt-out, you had to uncheck a box not to be a donor, rates soared above.
All likewise are explicit consent. The 7 requests were presumed consent with the opt-out. Sure, Belgium, France, Hungary, Poland, Portugal, Sweden. Did they spell Sweden wrongly? Why is there 2 E's there? Is that also why Sweden is the lowest at 86%? It's tough, bro. How do you take this research seriously when they can't even spell Sweden properly? I don't know. Look, I think this is a great And it's a funny example, and I've heard people quoting this example multiple times. Even when I used to watch Dan Ariely, behavioral economics, I think he used this example before. But in terms of just as a thought exercise, an example like it could work, sure, right? I'm all for it. But would it actually work if you sent out a consent form and say like, oh, I automatically enrolled you into organ donation unless you tick this and send it back to me? Like, do you think people will accept that? I think most people just ignore the letter more than actually opting in, if you get what I mean. Like, if you go back to this 99.98% of people and ask them, do you really agree to opt in, or do you just ignore the mail? I think most of them will just go like, oh no, I was just ignoring the mail. I don't care. They can't make me donate my organs, that kind of thing. So it's not that they actually opt in. It's just they still didn't bother to reply to your mail. Only 0.02% of people think it important enough to actually tell you they're not going to donate. You get what I mean? So I think this study is really bad. It doesn't take into account the mindset of most people. I bet you that most of the people just don't care.
90%. No massive persuasion campaign, no moral appeal. Just one tiny change in a simple form and a sevenfold jump in life-saving.
Sure, sevenfold
Here's the
jump.
truth. When you argue,
Why don't you guys try this, okay? Guys that have problems getting a girlfriend or girls having problems getting a boyfriend. Instead of going, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? You go over to her and say, hey, if you don't want to be my girlfriend, let me know. I mean, I think you get smacked lah. I think you might get smacked if you did that to someone. Imagine you drop a text to your crush or okay, put a different situation. Rather than go to your boss and say, hey boss, can I get a raise? How about you try? Okay, so that's why I think this is actually a good example. The issue with that mail here is that the balance of power is not the same, right? You are the one, you want something from the other guy, right? And they have the power to give or not give it to you. So in the first one, they're asking like, hey, give me something, in this case your organs, so I need your consent, I need you to say yes, and this amount of people said yes. Okay, in the flip side, you still want something from them, but you're going like, if you don't say anything, you have to give it to me. And the guy just said basically, because you can't take it from them and there's no way for you to forcefully, they just went like, sure, whatever. That's basically what they're saying. They're just going like a sure, whatever. So let's use a different example. Let's say tomorrow you went up to your manager, to your boss, and said, hi boss, I want a raise. Okay, and maybe your boss gives you a raise, and so that's why you're seeing on the left, you're going like, I want a raise. Not everyone's going to get it. In fact, most people won't get it, but some people will actually get a raise. Then you flip it around, you go to the other one and you try to go out to boss, if you, no problem, I'm going to get a raise, yeah, end of this month. And your boss is going to look at you and like, yeah, sure, whatever. Because HR's not going to process it. He's not going to approve anything. He doesn't need to do anything and you won't get a raise. So of course it's going to look like a 99% consent because he doesn't care. So yeah, now that I've sit down and think about it, look at this consciously, I realize this study doesn't make sense. It doesn't do anything. It's too, I don't know how to explain. It's like, it's skewed. It's not that people are saying yes, they just not bothered to reply no. And it's kind of true, like, oh yeah, they're opting, but they're not bothered to reply no because you can't execute on what you are asking of them. So that's why they're not saying, nobody say no. By not, this is a situation, a very clear situation of you're trying to go like silence equal consent. No, silence is still equal no.
with someone, they don't loosen their beliefs, they often tighten them. Push too hard and you don't open your mind.
And this is still true though.
Their mind up.
It's just a bad example at the front.
Message, pave the road. Make it easy for people to go where you want them to go. That's how you persuade. Not by winning arguments.
That's true. This is true though. This is true. It's just a bad example, but this is
So
true.
there you have it, 7 science-backed ways to become dangerously persuasive. Don't talk louder, talk less.
It's true.
Ask why,
Agree.
show proof.
Sure.
Lead with
Yeah.
bad news. Rhyme one of
That
the
one
words.
not sure.
Ask
Number
about
4
a
not sure.
question.
5 is good.
Make it
Marketing.
effortless to act. Because persuasion isn't power over people, it's power with people. The skill of helping others see, feel, and act just a little differently. Use it wisely.
Mm-hmm.
Now you are dangerously persuasive.
Okay lah, I don't know about all that, but still, I do like the video. I think it's educational. You can learn a lot from it. I don't know if it matters whether I put this in my chat. No, it gets removed. No, it's there. Are you supposed to do it? Yeah, so I put the video, the one in my chat. I just want to do a quick check. So if I live stream, can I add it to the description? Actually, I don't know. We'll see how lah. Okay, I need to take note of it somewhere. Okay, let me take note of it somewhere. Okay, like that. I'm going to call this Act Videos. Yeah, I can turn it into a chip. Okay, can. Today's okay, done. Wow, I didn't realize I took almost an hour just to react to such a simple video, which is interesting. Pretty cool. That's a good video. Maybe we should just game a little bit today. But when it comes to gaming, it's always the same problem. It's what should I play? Now, it's January 6th. I expect that there will be some games that are out, some new games. Let's go to this mode, rant mode. We're not watching these videos, so I'm basically just browsing. Oh, I know what I should share. I shouldn't go to rant mode. I should go to this mode. No, this mode, and I will be sharing with you my Steam web browser. Oh, my game. What happened? Ah, yes, because I wanted to complete this quest and then go back to Island Hideout. Island Hideout. Let's go there then. We can do that. Just run this stuff. Claim this stuff. Okay, oh. How come you guys are not seeing my... Oh yeah, because I did. Okay, here. You can see my Steam now. So, I'm looking out for games to play. I'm cheapo, so it will likely be a free game. What's this? Is this like maybe a play on that Bellatro game that was super famous at one time? I don't know whether it still is, but so many people playing it. But I'm not playing it. Sorry. Don't want to play stuff like that. What's Mammon King? Ooh. It looks really cool though. I could play something like this. But same thing. I just want free stuff. Oh no, this looks pretty good though. I wanted to play this. How about this? Free Human Action Symbols MMO. No lah, MMO very grindy. I'm not playing this, but we can always check out what this is about. Badly Injured Fox. Ooh, nudity. No thanks. Trying to keep this generally niece and nephew friendly. Okay, what I need to do is hide certain tags, I guess. I think I'm not filtering games. Oh, Ashes of Creation? What's that? In this PVX open world, players will build cities. Oh, I think I heard about it. Raiders of Black Veil. Join the rebellion. 1 to 3 players. Select your mobile like champions. Collect RPG style loot. Trade Black Veil. Smuggle looks to get insanely powerful. Wow, sounds cool. I want to play that. But it's $50. I'm poor. I don't want to spend money. This is the one now. This tree. Maybe I should try this. Don't know. Don't care first. Hey, look! Pokemon! Yes, wishlist this. PvE. Wow. Hey, this one not bad eh. Looks like it could be fun. Cross train. No lah. Deck building rubbish. Don't like. Oh, this is interesting. Violent. I love violence. This looks so cute though. 2D platformer. Kin and Quar. Ooh, mining game. Mining game. I love idle games. I have to be honest. This is RPG pixels. Craftlings. Legendary classic, sorry. Craftlings will take you on a journey of full strategy decision, test your skills, optimize automated production chains. See how relaxing. Oh my god. This is perfect. Let's see whether I can open a new link tab. I love relaxing. Gambler's table. What's this? Factory planner. So many cool stuff. So many cool stuff. But why are they all so paid as all the free stuff? Maybe I should buy a game like Mammon King. Or something like this. Or Hunters Inc. It's PvE. You know what I mean? I could play this 1 to 4 people. I should play it, but honestly, I really just want to keep my costs down for now. You can say like you have to invest and stuff like that, but I don't think it's a wise idea to just start blowing my money on games. This looks pretty nice though. It looks, and I quite like it. Actually, let's check it out. When new link tab. Can you guys see like that new link tab? No, you can't. You guys totally can't see it, right? Browser. No, you guys don't. No, it doesn't. Ah, no, can. I see it. Yeah, you guys can see the browser now. So, okay, relaxing aside, Raiders of Black Veil. Looks like this. Okay, ma. Control, click, left click, right click. I assume use WASD, use RQ. Then just shoot around now with gears and stuff, with different characters, I presume. You go raid stuff together. Okay, ma. Very bad, man. Why mix? The game itself is great, definitely completely incompetent. I played demo for over 15 hours, I enjoyed it. This is why I mentioned about yeah, I gave you the benefit because it was a demo. Fast forward months later, it's a game. You mentioned I stupidly get assigned. I buy 2 quests, I can play with friends. Huge mistake. I spent 2 hours trying to find my friend's lobby. You can't invite friends. Let that sink in a multiplayer game. Instead, you're forced to dig through an absolute non-file of a UI just to maybe find each other if the game feels like corporate. Oh no. And where are the devs doing this? On vacation while the game is actively broken at launch. In 2 hours, refunds are obviously after table. Your timing is embarrassing. Your handling of this launch also. You don't just players to pay. If you found person, I take one instant give this -1 shot. Okay, check my problem. I never leave reviews. This alone speaks for itself. Ooh. This guy is pissed, dude. Pissed. So far, I really enjoyed playing the campaign, so I do it pretty good. Okay. But I can't remember because I think the game's not ready yet. Published even for the access game. So much more again. First, the glitch issue that really pissed me off. Players move your eyes. Glitch applies. Sometimes very often the glitch is like teleporting, blah blah blah. Now okay, so it's not ready to be launched. Get everything. Yeah, so basically they are not really look. Mm-hmm. It looks like a good game, but we're not buying it for now. That's basically the conclusion. See, good thing I read. Like, no, this looks so cool. What the hell? Yeah, see? But this Inzo got people play on it. Holy crap, but it's $120. A little to the left. Oh my goodness. The new show, city building, relaxing. Oh my god, it looks so fun. This is my kind of game, guys. Oh my god. Okay, maybe not. Infinite Note. Town Idols. Skilling. Oh, I know who made this. I can tell from the free to play. Okay, so many. Oh my god. I'm a bit excited. I'm just going to check out the free to play stuff. Play me. Oh my god, it's only $150. Go off, you want to stay down, close your eyes, but don't fall asleep. Prepare exercise and 3D audio by no. Okay, I'm not doing stuff like that. No, thank you. This is idle stuff. Tricky lah. I play too much of this, right? It'd be so boring for you guys to watch. This could be fun. Bro, look at this. But like, okay, we check this out later. Idle skilling. Okay, whatever. Brighter shores. Why is this considered relaxing? Whatever. Oh, I've heard of this. Palia. Like Paria like that. Okay lah. I should. Since I'm looking for relaxing games anyway. Russian for fishing. Okay, I don't like fishing. Infinity Nikki, I heard. It's nice. Fishing planet. Oh, too fishy. I need a way to filter some of these things away. Play together. My singing monsters. Isn't that this? I feel like I've seen one of my nephews play this game before. Top demos. Infinity Nikki. I believe a lot of people still play Infinity Nikki. Okay, first off, we should. When this album gets more hats. Every time you press a keyboard, vocab will punch your taskbar. Type, click, play, work to collect more points. Wait, what? Oh, I remember this. This is basically like the cat is just there. You know what I mean? Yeah, every time you type something, he's just chilling along with you lah. Which is an interesting game. I mean, not a game, a click counter that has. Hmm. Okay, I see it. I understand obsession, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't want to. You know what's the thing about this Palia stuff and everything also? It's like, do I really want to? I probably like game a little bit after work. Do I really want to spend my time farming this stuff? You know what I mean? I don't know. Let's play first lah. Install first lah. I can always uninstall later. Not really a big deal. What else is nice about this? I might just craft stuff and whatever. But I don't get how this game works in that what is the like where's the multiplayer portion of it all and stuff? Desktop heroes. Just above your taskbar, runs in the background, letting you build a team of courageous hero. That is pretty interesting. Fire at campsite. You know what I want to play that I haven't played in a while? Let's check. Yeah, I can find it. Tower defense. I used to love tower defense so much. And I will play a tower defense with you guys today. But we will play a free one. Okay, I will play whichever has the most user reviews, which is 4,000. Oh no, 33k is the best for sure. You have to play this. I just said I'll play whichever has the highest. Yeah, let's go, dude. Balloons, balloons, balloons. And it probably won't be the biggest game around, so it's only like what, less than a gig? See. Oh wait, it's battles. Shit. I don't like this kind of battle stuff. No. Sorry, I don't play PvP and it's too kanchong for me. I won't be able to sleep properly. Look. I love tower defense, but I'm not doing competitive tower defensing. Sorry guys. This is not my kind of game. No, I know a lot of people like it, but what's it got to do with me? Yeah, it's fine. But I think it's really at the pricing of the creators of Bloons TD tower defense, right? They've been doing great. There are videos. Okay, so what I'm planning to do is come here and change the price to free. And then, oh, what the hell? I changed the free, you put Dota at the top. So lame, man. So lame, dude. What the hell? You guys suck in like helping me filter this at the bottom. Just search now. Hello. Wait. Is tower defense not a tag? Are you saying that tower defense has so little that it doesn't, it's not even, doesn't even warrant its own space kind of thing? Let's try again. Ox must die. I did play this. Did I? No, I didn't play this version. This is a different version. Balloons Tower Defense 6, yeah. So for $30, that makes sense. Clock Mac Oasis together. Tricky Land. Cyber, whatever. Dream Engine. Wow, this looks pretty cool though. Replanted. They're really farming that franchise also. Oh, if you guys think that I'm definitely going to play something, I can assure you, I'm pretty sure I can just search for games for a whole another hour and I'm not playing anything. I'm pretty confident I can do that. Okay, look, we're not playing this, but we can play. Let's play this then. Wait, it's idle. No. I don't want an idle game. I'm already playing an idle game. And the 2009 days, the game is just huge man. Resource minus, upgrade 3, map editor. I don't need the map editor option. Six stages, 50 units, okay, what do we say? Maybe the idle one will be nicer. What's DTD? Don't know. It's free, bro. So we're just gonna play it. Why would I hold back on the free game? We're not playing Palia today, that's for sure. Let me keep mine. Idle Tower Defense. Actually, Bloons TD versus looks so cute though. The graphics looks amazing. Ninja Kiwi. 44,000 indie developer and creator. SS Zombie Assault. Oh, I should check that. What's this? Hold on. Oh, it's a top-down shooter. That's pretty cool. This guy has done a lot of work, yeah? Wow, he did Adventure Time? Is that him? It's free to play, what the hell? Oh, it's pretty cool. Maybe Adventure Time asked him to create this game with him. You know what? Let's just download it. It looks free. I want to try it. What's wrong, right? What could go wrong? Let's look at the list. How hard is it? Counter snipe. Blues Monkey City. Hey, cool eh. God. They're free to play games. 2-1. Do people still play this though? 8 Towers and Keepers party-based RPG. Not this best. Mixed reviews. 216. Oh, this is the first version. Nice. Bloons Adventure Time TD. Yeah, this is the one I'm getting. 219, 218, and then SAS 4 something. Oh, how come he didn't make more though? How does it work? Okay, good. The rest is fine. Okay, do I need to save or make it votes myself? Okay, let's try. I've already game. Let's go to game mode. Don't capture the window. Capture active game. Which is this? Okay, so series. Second coming. Oh, English. Translate English. Yeah. Okay. Just gonna play this for a bit before I log off today. Wow, got daily quest also. No lah, we just play the tutorial lah. Nine, 4, 4. Let's play first and see how. AI assistant. App Venus. Let me show you the basics of infinitote tool testing interface. Infinite tote. I don't know lah. Node. Okay. Let's start the game field. Tap on the highlighted tile to see its details. Tap to let this out. What's this? Okay. This. Enemies come out the portal. This is a portal. Enemies come out and move along the road to your base. game saves disabled. What does that mean? Manual game speed disabled. What? Towers can be disabled. What? Max tower experience equal 1. What? Max tower upgrade 0. What? Okay. 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 Each tower has price of coin. You can build only those. You have enough coins for basic tower, so let's build. It's agility. Rotation speed, projectile speed, range damage. What does this or this mean? Great. Yeah, I know that. Oh, music soundtrack is really cool. Yeah, great. I mean, I played tower defense, so no big deal. I think we cannot be stunned. Hit yes, no ball frozen by me, and no doubt by freezing about their shield is active. Wow! Holy moly! Okay, no, I still got. Like, what's this? Mm-hmm. Hit 300 and then like. I see, so it's a long way. So I can probably only upgrade this lah for now. I'm gonna reset. Oh, understand. 900. Okay, that's fine. Christmas 2025. Oh. Ah. I mean, they don't see you guys very often, do they? Secret code expired. Okay, fine, fine. I see. Anything I'm missing out though? So, what do you use? You exchange for a chest of the same color. Oh, is that all I can use it for though? What's lucky shot? What's this? Yeah, look, it doesn't matter, I think. We go play my research here. These what resources I have. Oh, I have cash now, so I can research certain. Oh, I can do this. Projectile speed. This one, damage that to enemies. Wow. That's 3%. That's all. 3%. But this one I can do. No, of course not. Not like on so tickets. Hey, no, I can't research that. Oop, I can research this. What do I choose? Oh. Interesting. You can view what items for the next wave. How to view. I see. Okay. get it. Oh yeah, plus I want to see. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Next level. This level is not very convenient. Platforms are too far from the road and basic towers will not be able to reach enemies, okay? The sniper is well suited for destroying enemies with long range builds up without the platform. I have a sniper tower. Nice. Slow rotation attack speed when changing attack at any subtype is so frequent inefficient. I mean, towers gain experience from killing enemies and dealing damage, okay? Tower gain experience from killing, tower levels affect its unique characteristics. Unique characteristics have golden color in the tower menu. And place on top of them. Crit chance, crit multiplier, I see. Use it as soon as possible. But you can sell exists when they get back, you can spend on it. What? You. Is that how you really want to play it? Fourth, 7th, and 10th levels. And now you can select this person ability. Penetrates original target D6 damage to one enemy behind it. You got 3, use this now. Oh no! I made a mistake. Totally made a mistake. Foolish me. But I guess they figured that no matter what I choose, I should be fine. Oh my god. You would have been shite. How foolish of me. Whatever lah. Ooh. I see. Oh. I see. When I got 3 more stars, then that's what I'll do. Don't worry about it, dude. Oh, I'm not done, so no more EXP gain. 60, 82 levels. Why not? Can pause on, right? I think. Yes, yes. No. Start. God damn it. Just go for it, bro. How do I see his EXP? Oh, there it is. This guy leveled up. Oh, got it. Yeah, I'm just going to withstand it. How many waves am I in? Oh. How many waves are there? I can go up to 137, right? So let's see how long I can tahan lah. Base is full, yay! Personal account, I got everything. Of course we're gonna research, bro. Shots per second. Yeah, that's probably one of the first things I want. Sniper tower. We should start with the basic tower first. Ayo. We just play like normal. Don't know what tiles are for yet, but I guess like okay, maybe quest, daily loot. I got this 2000. Okay, this is about it for me for now. Oop. Oh, hey, hi Alex Morocco. Sorry, I didn't see you there. You're watching me on Twitch. Can you still hear me? Are you still there? Let me check Twitch out since I'm already here. This game. Okay, let's just leave it be first. Let's open up Twitch to see whether there's anyone to chat with. Hold on, how do I open my Twitch, my own Twitch channel? I can't even go to my own Twitch channel. Can't tell. Dude probably already left. So sorry, dude. I did not see you there, Alex Morocco. If you want, you guys will probably, it's probably better if you chat with me on YouTube. I generally pay attention to that a bit more. Mostly because I don't see, I don't really think a lot of people will be watching me on Twitch eventually. I will probably move that somewhere else. Yeah. I personally just generally prefer YouTube anyway. So that's probably how I will continue rolling. Hold on, I need to set up my item farming because I'm hardcore that way. 1, 2, 3, triple ballista. Triple ballista. But we're gonna use this. Alright? No. A way to do this is to remove this, move this guy back. We put in a melee guy like Gladiator. Yes. What does he do? Alright, though. Capitalist. This is what I'm going for. Save. Yeah, wrong. Never mind, I'll fix it. But yeah, then we will get this Sky Mage teleport. We'll figure it out. Okay. Oh, I only got billions in. Alright. That's it for me tonight. I'm heading off. Just a reminder, I do my fixed streams are Monday to Tuesdays 9 to 11. Wednesdays, for the rest of the days, I might randomly just come on and record and test stuff out, but no promises on consistency there. The only time I promise consistency is Monday and Tuesday. Everything else is just for me to play around and just figure stuff out. Okay. For anyone who's watching or will watch in the future, thank you guys for joining me.